Hello everyone, it's me Uncle John. Today I am going to read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone chapter 7, page 116 through 118. Nobody answered. "You students," said a fat friar, smiling around at them. "About to be sorted, I suppose." A few people nodded mutely. "Hope to see you in Hufflepuff," said the friar. "My old house, you know." "Move along now," said a sharp voice. The sorting ceremony is about to start. Professor McGonagall had returned. One by one, the ghosts floated away through the opposite wall. "Now form a line," Professor McGonagall told the first seers, "and follow me." The feeling oddly as though his legs had turned to lead. He got into line behind the boy with sandy hair, with Ron behind him, and they walked out of the chamber, back across the wall, and through a pair of double doors into the great hall. Harry had never even imagined such a strange and splendid place. It was lit by thousands and thousands of candles that were floating in mid-air over 4 long tables where the rest of the students were sitting. These tables were laid with glittering golden plates and goblets. At the top of the hall was another long table where the teachers were sitting. Professor McGonagall led the first years up here so that they came to a halt in a line facing the other students, with the teachers behind them. The hundreds of faces staring at them looked like pale lanterns in the flickering candlelight. Dotted here and there among the students, the ghosts shone misty silver, many to avoid all the staring eyes. Harry looked upward and saw a velvety black ceiling dotted with stars. He heard Hermione whisper, "It's bewitched to look like the sky outside. I read about it in Hogwarts, a history. It was hard to believe there was a ceiling there at all, and that the Great Hall didn't simply open on to the heavens." He quickly looked down again as Professor McGonagall silently placed a 4-legged stool in front of the first years. On top of the stool, she put a pointed wizard's hat. This hat was patched and frayed and extremely dirty, and Petunia wouldn't have let it in the house. Maybe they had to try and get a rabbit out of it. Harry thought wildly, the sort of thing, noticing that everyone in the hall was now staring at the hat. He stared at it too, for a few seconds. There was a complete silence. Then the hat twitched. A rip near the brim opened wide like a mouth, and the hat began to sing. "Oh, you may not think I'm pretty, but don't judge on what you see. I'll eat myself if you can find a smarter hat than me. You can keep your bowlers black, your top hat sleek and tall, for I'm the Hogwarts sorting hat, and I can cap them all. There's nothing hidden in your head the sorting hat can see. So try me and I'll tell you where you ought to be. You might belong in Gryffindor, where dwell the brave at heart. The daring nerve and chivalry set Gryffindors apart. You might belong in Hufflepuff, where they are just and loyal. Those patient Hufflepuffs are true and unafraid of toil. Or yet, in wise old Ravenclaw, if you have a ready mind, with those of wit and learning would always find their kind. Or perhaps in Slytherin you'll make your real friends. Those cunning folk use any means to achieve their ends. So put me on, don't be afraid, don't get in a flat. You're in safe hands, though I have none, for I'm a thinking cap." The whole ball burst into applause as the hat finished its song. It bowed to each of the 4 tables and then became quite still again. So we have just got to try on the hat. Ron whispered to Harry. I killed Fred. He was going on about wrestling a troll. Harry smiled weakly. Yes, trying on that hat was a lot better than having to do a spell. But he did wish they could have tried it on, without everyone watching. The hat seemed to be asking rather a lot. Harry didn't feel brave or quick-witted or any of it at the moment. The end.